All right, groovy dudes. We're out night clubbing. Didn't see that coming, did you? Yeah, interesting how these places work and that. Gosh, sticky floors. Fuck, even the carpet was sticky. There's sort of a time at this place where everybody started to turn up, and I got there before the cover charge, and then it seems as soon as the cover charge comes on, everyone actually starts to turn up. And I left about 2 a.m. and I couldn't believe it. There's still new people coming in at 2 a.m. when the place closes at 3. You're paying $10 to be there for an hour? Okay, then. Getting into the vibe, trying to get used to talking to, women and whatnot. Yeah, so really didn't approach any. I got to get a couple of drinks in, and I do get in the vibe at that point. But didn't really approach any. Um, had probably one of the worst beers I've had in 10 years. It was a locally made Fandangle one, and oh, God, blimey, it just tasted like flat crap. It was one of the worst beers I've ever had. Only $10. I had a can of Coke at the end of the night, $4. All the drinks, pretty much all of them, $10 each. Yeah. For a beer, Corona, and a glass, $10. Everything 10. We're talking about $7.50 US. Wow, these. You want to have a little hip flask hidden in your pocket, and when you're coming up the street, you want to make sure you have a bit of that before you get into the place. Maybe with a little bit of something like this, which is a mouth spray that you open up and you spray that straight on your tongue and once or twice and slosh it around your mouth, and it smells like nice mint. I used to get these at the service station, gas station, whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen them in a while. I've got a second one sitting around somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but I used to often keep them in my car. So, long and short of it is, I didn't approach a girl last night, but that didn't stop a girl approaching me. See, I told you, I can be fairly good looking. I was in there basically with like suit pants and business shirt on, couple of rings on, and me big diesel watch, and black shirt and all that. And yeah, she came up and talked to me for 15, 20 minutes. Just sat down and talked together for quite a while. And then she said, "Oh, I don't want to be too forward, but we should exchange phone numbers." So some guys go out there and get nothing. I have a girl approach me 15 to 20 minutes later. I hope I'm not being too forward. I'm not going to annoy you or anything, but can I have your number? And do you want mine? I didn't get her number, but I gave her my number, so whatever. But yeah, she's probably about my age and whatnot. I don't really think much is going to happen, and I think she was interested if we had any jobs where I worked and stuff like that. We had a good bit of a chat, and I misunderstood one thing she said and sort of gave the wrong answer. I only realised later on, but I noticed something. I picked up something on this girl earlier on. It was a bit of a giveaway, and long and short of it is, I think I would have been about one of 4 phone numbers she went home with that night, maybe 5 phone numbers. Doesn't matter. It's whoopee do. She's looking around to see what she can get, and to be perfectly honest, I don't know that she would have had much of a chance with me, to be honest, anyway. So whatever. A nice enough girl to talk to, and that, like, very, very good at conversation. Like, I didn't really have to egg the conversation along. She just carried the conversation and just kept coming up with the subjects and kept getting very good conversationalist. Surprisingly good. So yeah, but this whole joint, a lot of young people. Originally, it was known to be full of bloody underage people, in fact. Now they have this thing at the front door where they check your ID and they literally, it's like they stick your driver's license in and it takes a photo of it, and then you got another little camera sitting on the top, and I could see it was getting me as I was dressed right there, taking a photo of my face, sort of thing. So long and short of it is that's the way it runs now. No more underage, but I tell you what, there's a lot of friggin' 19-year-olds and that in there. Oh wow, was there there's a few short girls there, but a lot of girls who are skinny and titless. And I saw one girl; she would have been as flat as a Asian teenage guy. Like, she was as flat as flat. I've never seen. I knew one girl that was almost titless, but even she had something better than that. Like, this girl was so flat I could hardly believe it. But there's either a lot of blooming younger girls who are quite thin. Some are surprisingly thin. I saw one there, thin little thing. Should have been about 4'9". But there's ones that are even like bloody, 5'7", 5'10", who are just really thin. And most of them, almost titless. I would have seen about one set of small D cups. Everything else is A and B, I reckon. Except for the fat chicks. So I got the feeling that all the good girls are gone. Even when they're about age 25 or less. And you have a nightclub that's full of these fat chicks, or these girls who are really thin with no tits. That was about it. I literally seen 3 Indian guys. One was a sheik because he had the turban. And later on in the night, there was one Indian girl who was probably about 21, 22. And everyone else was completely white. No black guys, no nothing. So, yeah. There was some puffs kissing on the dance floor and everything. Got to expect this. So, yeah, that was... there's nothing that I'd really prefer. There's one or two that probably weren't bad. There was one short girl there who, she probably was a larger size C or something like that. And yeah, she was quite alright. But she was, oh wow, she would have been barely more than 5 foot, I reckon. And probably, I reckon, at least 32. But yeah, she wasn't too bad, but the rest of them, man. But anyway, this is all what you got to do as part of just social skills and all these sorts of things. And yeah, I just thought, I remember September 2019, I decided that this is, I'm going to go start looking for a girl in real life. Screw all these stupid dating sites, and there's no good girls on there. And then you go out, and I mean, this is only one club, but oh, wow. Yeah. It's all right if you like thin girls and no tits, or you like fat girls, but yeah, I sort of, yeah.